Mike Tirico, Greg Oltz are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kirby Joseph there to make the play.
Taken down by Kirby Joseph. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
That's Goddard in motion. A 1st down throw for Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
17 yards.
Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. He'll try to run here with Barkley. Whoa! And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Brown comes to get the jet sweep. Good blocking, and he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Cooper DeJean. At the big game in the Super Bowl. Here he's on the rush and records the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from the season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. This is Barkley, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway. The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Hurts and Brown connect. And it's a first down for Philly.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A throw on the move is caught. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Again, Hurts. He takes off. And the gun down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That's quickly out to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To Slav, a man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. He'll get this one complete to safe ground.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Lions, 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Laporta in motion. Now Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
Detroit Lions.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take.
And he'll take this one in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Lions 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. Now Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 28
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Up in middle, and he's got Brown. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Take Bigsby, the man he was looking for that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback...
He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. on is Elliott to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead.
Line 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So following the
off for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Laporta in motion. On first and 10. Here's Goff.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 31, here is second and 3. Laporta in motion. On second down, it's Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. And in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts. Now he'll run. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, But if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the
best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Hurts again. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. They'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And this will be a Lions first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 8. And a Lions first down. An 8-yard pickup. And a Lions first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. This one's going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Lions first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the first down before being forced out of bounds.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Here's Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10.
Check, nickel.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal, and at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Hurts to the air on first down. This one into the hands of Brown. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Handoff. This is Bigsby. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal. Man in motion is Brown. Third and goal for Hurts. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. That is Brian Branch, Pro Bowl, up from his safety spot to record the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On 2nd down, Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. No touchdown, but they are close. Gonna be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That is a 74-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those 2 things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Now, Goff under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Carter in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
They'll go play action with Goff. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Rock right. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown, Lions.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, That's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions back within 7. It's 24-17.
Lions 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. Crazy. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Will call his own number, and he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Now Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one's good for 16 yards.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Man in motion is Smith. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10
I think this
at the
second down
13-yard
call,
line.
Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he will score! Dallas Goddard, touchdown Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Lions 17. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following the
for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Williams in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the
A
play.
loss of 2. Brings
And
up
they've really
second
done a
and
nice
12
job
at
defensively
the
holding them in
31-yard
check.
line.
I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A second down throw for Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
That penalty is declined.
The Lions will punt this ball away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Hurts. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. They run out of the gun with Barkley. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
7-yard gain. And an Eagles 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run the counter with Barkley. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On play action, Hurts. He keeps it himself. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Barkley, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
2nd down throw for Hurts. He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Brent Calcaterra. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Eagles 38, Lions 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
23 yards. First down, Detroit.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Here's a designed run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
2nd and 11. Goff to throw. That's caught. It's Isaac to Sloss. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 6. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. Laporta in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Williams in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he ran right through one tackler, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's to the right side. Punt by Goddard. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd and 3.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
They'll try to run here with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
This passing attack is proving to be a lot to handle for this defense, Mike, especially over the last couple plays. 4 plays, 4 passes, 4 1st downs. It doesn't get much more efficient than that. And let's give credit to the offensive coordinator. Don't try to fix it if it ain't broken.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down. Here's Goff. That's over the middle. Caught by Taslav. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. And he will get into the end zone. Isaac Taslav. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
Eagles 38, Lions 24.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They go three tight ends here on first and 10. And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out three tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He's got a tight end, Calcaterra, to the left. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That one caught by Smith. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Like a design run. Hurts has it. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
14 yards. And an Eagles first down. First and 10.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just a little short of the first down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick
And
off
back to
for
work goes
Philadelphia.
Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Gibbs.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. Laporta in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And this is going to work out. He's got it. The 1st down at the 38-yard line.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Goff. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jalen Carter getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing here is Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
4 yards.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 more yards.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter.
13 yards.
Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing, Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Goff to throw. This one caught at the 4. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
That's another.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end, and then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10.
41. Lions 31.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He's got space inside the 25. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
It's not often often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
48, Lions 31.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Goff. This one complete. It's to Slaw. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
A gain of 14. First down, Lions.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point, but in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.